Hello, everybody, and good morning. Talking about today, this is the Astro Gravitational Report for June 22nd, 2023. Shifts. You're probably tired, you're probably exhausted, you're probably feeling these energies, and you don't like those shifts, especially when it comes into your consciousness. Your consciousness is going to be like the roller coaster today. Shifts. So we have a lot of shift goes on because the sun enter Cancer. That is going to be the authority enters family. A lot of the families, a lot of the people is going to be looking at the authority, looking into the authority. What is it going on in the family? And the sun is on divine energies with Pluto that is in Capricorn, which is kind of like a rare occasion, but it happens in there because those are two opposite signs. But it is what it is. It's astrology. So through this, the divine authority in the family is gonna be paying its rewards. Talking about family, the whole family is actually on Leo. It's about gonna be a triggers. You may have to dealing with the ego of other people. Talking about the moon and Venus are together, so is Mars is there, so is Lilith is there, and today is going to be have this intense energies. It's all about this because they are all squaring Uranus. Sudden changes, but you need to understand the sudden changes can be for good, can be for bad. One thing the sudden changes does, teaching you lessons. So, without being overdue in there, that energy is at 7 o'clock. Midheaven it's going to be at 1 degree, almost 2 degrees at Aries. That is going to be the new beginning, the beginning of the day, the new energies in there. But that is going to be square Mercury and the Sun. Basically, kind of like you don't want to talk about it and you don't want to look the authority about it. Ascendant is in Cancer, which is a 20 degrees of Cancer. That is the rising energies. You know something in the family is not going right. And looking at what this, the ascendant is a trine with Neptune, is going to be giving you this clarity in there, but be mindful about Neptune. Okay, talking about squaring the authority, which is the Sun, and squaring Mercury, which is, it could be a lot of deceptions, kind of like illusions at the same time. So, without this being said, at 8 o'clock, that energy is going to be changing. There's going to be a lot of good healing because right now Mars and Chiron and the Midheaven are coming together. Healing of the divine masculine energies is going to be in a pretty good internal state. You may have to purge something out of your system. You may have to look something that you are within yourself that you keep repeating. You're weak, your weakness points in there. But during with this is going to be a very good clarifications about the masculine intuitions. Put the dots together. So later on at 9 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be at 3 degrees, almost 4 degrees. That's going to be between the North Node and Jupiter, which is going to adding a little bit to the tensions in there. Talking about that the moon is going to be joining Mars at this time. There's going to be a square there with that. But it's squaring Pluto, you know, not everything that it's fair is square. Okay, you have to go through the loop, to the hoops, through the life in order to get what you need. But it's all about authority, lessons, and you to go ahead and learn to change your own self, to improve your authority first before you approve any authority anywhere else, including your family. So talking about 10 o'clock, midheaven is going to be joining Uranus, which is certain changes. Those certain changes is going to be coming, but since they're squaring all this in Leo, we're talking about we have Lilith, we have Moon, we have Mars, we have Venus, and they are all kind of like squaring. What do they want to square? To be fair, are you going to be squaring to be fair? Within yourself, within your feminine energies, within your masculine energies inside of you. what is it you have to deal with. So during this time at 10 o'clock in the morning, also the rising energies are going to be in there. In Leo, ascendant is at 25 degrees there, and is a divine energies with Neptune, because in the end of the day, you are going to find out what did you do. Did you did good? Did you good right? Or you went up, you went out down, and at the end of the day, what was your strength? Did you be getting your results in the proper way about the family? So later on at 11 o'clock, midheaven goes at 3 degrees. This is going to be interesting energies there, because that's going to be a trine with Pluto, and it's going to be sextiling Neptune. Basically, clarifications of visions inside of you is going to come in. Ascendant is at 7 degrees. It's going to be beautiful trine with 7 degrees of Jupiter. The only way you can heal, it is about you to grow within yourself. And when you have that growth within yourself, guess what? That growth helps you to overcome whatever it comes your way. Basically, your understanding, you have to change to evolve. So later on at 12 o'clock, communication is the key there. On midheaven, it's going to be with Mercury. It's going to be coming this idea, you know what, we need to talk, we need to discuss, we need to look, we need to change, we need to do this, and so on and so on. But the rising energy is just telling you, you know what, hold on in there. You have to heal your anger, you have to heal your wounds before you begin to talk. Because if you're talking from your wounded self, is that going to help you? If you're scared, why? Can you overcome your fears? So this is going to be this energy there that you may be talking from your wounds, not talking from what you need to be healed. So there is a difference when you stay in your wounds, and there is a difference when you're talking from healthy point of view. So at 1 o'clock here, it comes in the time, you're taking this time of the authority in self. Midheaven, which is the current inner work that you do, is together with the sun. The sun is at 1 degree of Cancer. Midheaven, it's 1 degree 39 minutes in Cancer. Double divine energies with Pluto. There is this beautiful trines with Saturn that's going to be in effect. But at the same time, we have the ascendant that is at 1 degrees 26 minutes in Libra. That is a beautiful divine energies with the North Node. So here is, you healed, you get this, but what you need to heal, you're probably your masculine energies, because the sun is the masculine energy. It is your authority within yourself. So it doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine as a body. You have feminine and masculine energies in you. So look at it in that authority. You're going to finding the balance, or not having a balance is going to create more distorted visions within yourself, and more distorted talk, or no talk at all. Silent treatment, maybe for some of you, is going to be like, I don't want to talk about it. And you zip it up. But you're talking from your wounds. And don't do a silent treatments to people, okay? But people who harm you, you have to protect yourself, so you just let it be. So be mindful about these balances inside of yourself. So at 2 o'clock, midheaven is going to be in Cancer. That's going to be putting this more positive energies about within the whole this energy, the buckle inside. This is like the roller coaster. It goes in a flat line before it goes back into his own situations in there. Ascendant is at 13 degrees of Libra. That is going to be a beautiful trine with Mercury. Mercury is sextiling everything in Leo. At this time, the Moon and Lilith are together. So be mindful about your emotions. Are you getting your emotions because you're trying to heal and fix things? Or you're trying to be using the situations for your own advantage? Yes, I said it, because the moon right there with Lilith, usually that's what it is, the duality there. It's together with its dark side. So talking about this in there, the masculine energies, they're going to be depending only on who? Only in its divine authority. Speaking of the divine authority, later on at 3 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be at 29 degrees of Cancer, almost entering Leo. Ascendant is at 25 degrees, that it's giving you the clarity of the vision, how to create the balance inside. Because midheaven, it's also trining Neptune, is giving you the visions, the power inside of you. Question is what are you choosing to do? Because before you actually do anything in your life, you have to straighten up the things inside of your mind. Basically, make up your own mind in you. But that ascendant is in a very beautiful sextile with everything that goes on in Leo. That is a beautiful trines with the Sun and Mercury, basically creating the balance, the peace in there. But if you don't have the peace, if you don't have all that energies, the North Node is squaring midheaven. Midheaven, it is opposing Pluto, and Pluto squaring the ascendant. You're now seeing it. You're now seeing it. Why? Why are you not seeing it? Lack of your transformations, lack of seeing the other points, lack of thinking only one way. Think both ways. See how that goes with you. So at 4 o'clock here is coming in this intense moment in there. 4, maybe you've been waiting for this 4 o'clock and you just like, I want to put my anger there, I want to put my ego there, I want to put my charge in there, I want to tell him, I want to do, I want to... Stop. That's not going to do and solve anything in there. Have a proper communications, calm down yourself on this intensified energies, because this is a when Uranus sometimes is trickery. Are you gonna use your anger? Let me test you. Let me push you. But this is a time when you have to go ahead, zip it up yourself. Put your ego in your back pocket. Put your authority where it's supposed to be, and go do what you have to. Find your strength. You cannot be within the energies that are coming towards you. You're the one who controls what energies you're going to life yourself. Remember, the energies are emotions. Emotions are that power that goes inside of it, gives you the informations. But if you have the right mind from it yourself, you change your emotions, you change the energy, and the energy changes the gravity, and then you are dealing differently with people at this time. So if you choose the right thing, there, midheaven at 29 degrees at 5 o'clock, it's going to be a divine energies with Pluto and Neptune. This is where the moon is going to be ending today. So there's going to be this beautiful time for our energies to be seen. Yes, the intensity is going to be coming from the ascendant, because the ascendant in Scorpio squares everything in Leo right now, and it's also opposing Uranus there. But ascendant has divine energies with Mercury. It's time for divine talk with all those four. Who's going to talk to there? The authority. That is you. You have to talk first from within your own self. So with that being said, these divine energies, they're going to be coming in later on to the moon, because the moon is going to be entering those degrees, the last degrees of Leo, where it's gained wisdom. If you haven't fixed your Leo season last year, you're probably dealing with the same thing. But if you did, you're going to be using this wisdom, you're going to practice it right now, and those energies are going to be affecting you. So later on at 6 p.m., midheaven goes at 15 degrees. That is it, opposing Saturn there. You're opposing the teacher, but you look into Uranus and Jupiter in there. You make these sudden changes to heal. You make those energies to heal in there. Ascendant is at 0 degrees of Sag. That is going to be a divine energies towards the Sun and the North Node. So look at this. Pluto sends you back and reminds you about your own destiny, the way you are. Okay, Pluto has divine energies with authority. You put the divine in there. The authority sees what's coming towards the energies that it's coming, which is the ascendant, what it's rising in the near future. And then the ascendant, it says like the near future is your destiny. Then the destiny goes back, it says like here. That's what those situations comes in. Make sure your authority is right and go back into the divine and stay there. So, with that being said, this 6 o'clock energy is going to be beautiful. It's going to be even continue in the next hour, which is a 7 o'clock. That is one of the midheaven. It's going to be at 2 degrees of Libra. Divine energies with the 2 degrees note in Taurus. You find that balance, you find your destiny. But you didn't find that balance, guess what? Midheaven, there is a 2 degrees, it is square, the 1 degree sun in Cancer, cardinal oppositions in things that needs to be looked. There is no balance in family, there is no balance in love, there is no balance in life in general. And that is going to be leading to you not seeing the balance. You have to create the balance in there. You're the authority. You have the right to create. So midheaven, it's opposing Neptune. Be mindful about this because you may have different ego, mind games, situations from within yourself, because the sun is squaring Neptune, and during this time, these cardinal changes in there, it's just that could be interesting because could be a lot of deceptions from within yourself. You self-decepting there. And that can lead you to situations that you don't want to, or you're going to feel sorry about that later on. So at 8 o'clock, midheaven is at 18 degrees. For those who do the right thing, the balance is achieved, the family is happy, the situations are happy. Why? Ascendant, midheaven, it is sextiling everything that is in Leo. Mercury, it is happy with everything, with the communications. Mercury is trining the midheaven right now. That is the inner work that it's done, proper communications in a proper way. Ascendant at 25 degrees, it is trining with the moon and Mars at this time. So everything, it helps you that if you do the right things will happen there. But for the ones who continue going into the other side in there, ascendant is opposing the Mercury and the Sun. Basically, you still don't want to talk. You're still mad. You still, whatever your situations is, you still have the wrong visions. You still don't see the other side of the issue that can be good. Okay? So focus within all this self. It is about inner work from within you. What do you need to remove? What do you need to get in, out of your system? And midheaven goes into Scorpio, which is the shadow, the underworld. At 9 o'clock, you go in there. You dig in. You may be tired of digging in, but the more you dig in, the better it gets. But here is remind you that Uranus, which is controlling what's going on in the earth, don't self-sabotage, don't destroy, don't do anything in there. If something's going to be destroyed in there, that could be a family, that could be a ego destructions, if that could be a ego transformations in there, let it happen naturally. In real life, this talks about what are you going to do if you're divorcing. The mother takes the kids and put her ego in there, and the father's trying to get the authority within the family. So be mindful about all this if you're going through this process, but looking within yourself, choose the divine. Let it be what it's meant to be. Because if not, later on at 10 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be squaring everything in Leo, and it's going to be opposing Uranus. This is going to be one of the hardest moments right now, and you probably have to pull out your soul and talk to yourself. Try not to have this 10 o'clock intensity communications, forcing communications, and so on and so on. Talk to yourself first before you do any actions in there. Mars is not happy, Lilith is not happy, the moon is not happy, Venus is not happy, and the universe is like, well, if there is no happiness, what are you going to do? The happiness is internal job, internal work from within. And talking about the end of the day, which is going to be 11 o'clock there, the moon begins to arrive at this last degrees of Leo. Now, it's divine energies with Neptune. You're seeking the God's help in there, the God's intuitions, the wisdom in there. And the wisdom begins to talk to you because midheaven is at 4 degrees of Sag. Beautiful divine energies that are made from the North Node towards the midheaven towards the Sun, and Sun towards Pluto. God knows what He's doing. Question is are you know what you're doing with God? Divine energies are going to be helping you. They're going to be very beautiful. It's going to have these divine visions inside of it. But for those who's not looking at the depth, what is going to happen? Midheaven is squaring the moon. There is intense intuitions. I want to be my way, my way, my way. Universe says if you want to be your way, go to your tower moment. Go to a dark night of the soul. Go to all this craziness inside of you. Maybe a lack of sleep for some of you, and the ascendant that it's 15 degrees of Aquarius, it is actually opposing Venus and Mars and Lilith there at Leo. I mean, the rising energy is just like opposing the ego. You're not going to be able to do revolutions if you don't do evolution from within you. And some people is going to get this hard energies. So that's what it was, the Astro-Gravitational Report. Thank you guys for watching it. Hopefully it's going to help you within your day, you to get better, and come back tomorrow for watching it more. Guys, be at peace, listen to the divine within yourself, and be love. And love, it's coming by loving you. So love you.